There are a variety of enhancement tools that can be used to improve an image, improve the color of an image, the overall look of an image, or to drastically change it into something that is very different from the original image. I've got this picture of the apple blossoms, and it's purposely a little bit on the dark side so you can see what can happen with it. If I go to my Enhance menu, and first of all under Enhance, I very rarely use the auto ones. I very rarely use these. Typically I like to use something in this area here. Adjust lighting, shadows, highlights. Okay, if we do that, the default, or it comes up where it's been used last, but you can change your shadows, open your shadows up, particularly if you've got a darker image or something with the dark shadows. You can open those up and you can see the preview there, how it looks. You could maybe pump up the contrast a little bit, and a little nicer look to it, a little better look, maybe something like that. Changes the image considerably from what it was before. I can use this enhance lighting, adjust lighting, brightness, contrast is just that. Probably one of the least used tools because it only adjusts overall brightness and overall contrast. But even there, you can come up with some different looks, and once in a while just a minor variation will give you a nicer look for the image. If I go to enhance, adjust lighting again, levels, this tool has a little more control. This is my shadow slider. If I want to do something with the shadows here, I don't, because I've got a lot of information that's in the dark area. Here's my highlight slider. This one, in this case, if I bring this down to where my histogram begins, it works a lot like the shadow highlight. But now I also have the option of working with the midtones with this slider, and I can bring those down just a little bit like that. And so I have more control here. In addition to which, this one I can also go up to and select individual color channels, and I could change the color here if I want to go something like that, or something like that, or bring it back to my center point at 1. Let's just type a 1 in there. You could go to green and do the, or let's go to blue, and you get quite a variety of things you can do, some very extreme things to make a very different look to your image. Again, there's my original, here's my finished image if I were to keep that. Going down the line, adjust color. The one you use most often here is going to be this adjust color curves. This has probably still more control. You have a number of different things you can choose here as kind of defaults or starting points. I'm just leave it at default here. If I adjust my highlights, let's add bring my highlights up a little bit or down. You can see up here it's changing. If we bring it back up here, okay, let's adjust the shadows once, and maybe adjust the contrast, and something like that, and mid-tone contrast. And it takes a little bit of playing around with it to see, but you're getting a considerably different image than you have over here. Another tool under Enhance is in Adjust Color, Hue, Saturation. You can you have your master, which is overall, changes the hue. Changes the hue as a term for color. Changes the saturation, take all the color out. I can increase the saturation of the color, make it much more intense, or I can decrease it. Put that back to 0 once again. I can work on individual channels. I can go into reds, and maybe I can here once in a while. It depends on the image what's going to work, what's going to show, what's going to. Let's go to greens. That might show a little more. There. Now my greens less, and here I get a little more green in the green in the leaves. Another neat feature of the hue saturation, if I click on colorize, okay, I now have the ability to, by changing the hue, I actually producing a dual tone or a sepia tone, depending where you go in the slider, and also the saturation gives you more color and less color, and then you can adjust the lightness and darkness accordingly there too. So lots of possibilities there. And I think then the other one that you would probably, some of the others you will use hit and miss, not too often, And some of these actually need a color balance monitor to make the best use of them. Or you can convert to black and white. Right there, again, you have some presets you can use. If I maybe go to Vivid Landscapes, and then you can adjust some of the individual sliders here to see what you come up with to get a black and white that you like. That's what you're looking for. And so you have a lot of control there as well. Okay, so the enhance thing, you have a variety of things you can use to enhance, sometimes making minor changes just to adjust the color a little bit, sometimes making some major changes to really change it into a different piece of work, different piece of artwork.